Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining Figuratively Speaking. I'm your host. My name is John. I've got some really exciting things for y'all tonight. This is part two of my Masters of the WWE unveiling. They've been out for a while, however, they're new to me. So I wanted to show first. I got a little something in the mail. Of course, I had gotten a certain figure on my last episode that I absolutely love, and that is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the king of dragons, as far as I'm concerned, as far as my collection. And he came with one dragon. However, in the past week, I have obtained two others that I will actually do some customization to. I also found out something else that I did not realize that you could do with these. Is they have pop and swap heads. So I will be doing some customizations with my Motu figures as well with these pop and swap heads and make some dragon creatures for Motu, which I think will be very interesting. I absolutely love these critters. They are a great character, not only for the Motu universe, but for the Masters of the WWE universe. With the pop and swap capabilities that you can do with these in Motu Origins, come on. Your imagination's the limit, right? So I also got last week, I had showed off the Castle Grayskull ring. This week, I get to show off Rattlesnake Mountain in all its glory. There's some customizations that I'm definitely going to do with this because the snakes on each turnbuckle, they don't have anything to it. So it's great for me to be able to do what I want to do with this. I want to definitely do the teeth in white, the eyes maybe in red or yellow, and the inside of the mouth, and definitely the outside of the snakes to make them look as realistic as possible. And then look at this great sticker. That is fantastic. And actually matches a little bit of Origin Snake Men, right? I'm loving that. The purplish for Snake Mountain, and when Snake Mountain comes out, it will definitely be an added part to Snake Mountain. Also, what I love about this is that if you take a look at the ring posts on the top of the Grayskull ring, you can actually place these holes fit directly on the top of the ring. If you don't have this set and you can find it at a relative decent price. This is an awesome set to have because one, now you've got double rings. You've got room for not only your characters and creatures to be in the ring, but you also, it's a shelf basically, so that you could do, if you want to just set it up like this, you can. And your characters will definitely fit inside of each ring, and they're not blocked by anything except for your other figures. I got some figures this week. A few of them I could not wait to open. I just absolutely could not wait to open. So last week I showed off getting to my comments here. Masterversal Toy Hunter, Oz, hello, Gamer Bud, Radical Toys, hello. Just Shelve It, Jesse, hello. So last week I got the Skull Queen, Stephanie McMahon. This is an awesome figure. She is Evil Lynn, as I went through with that. This week, I got Triple H. Triple H actually surprised me on how he came. This Skull King mask is absolutely phenomenal. I love the purple in the eyes with the black accent and the skull face. Now, this skull face reminds me of something else. This reminds me of Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. But this is Triple H. Those facial features of Triple H, fantastic. I love this armor. Yes, that's true, Gamer Bud. I could pyramid stack them if I had 3. You're very, very right on that. I actually didn't think of that. But I love this armor. Like, this is actually somewhat of a softer rubber, so it's not so detrimental if kids get to it and like smash it, whatever. It's not going to stab them, which is really cool. But this is what I did not expect with Triple H, because none of the other characters came with it. He's got this cape on here, but it's soft goods. And I really like that. It's kind of like how DC did like some of the other superheroes in some of their other smaller lines. I'm not sure what size they are. I'm not used to the sizes. But look at this detail in the armor. You got the 2 skulls. That's like the He-Man cross. And that's fantastic. And it just really completes it. The game. He came with a beautiful weapon, which I didn't think would work. He has a little bit of a hard time holding it because the weapon's just a little bit thick. But this sledgehammer is fantastic. The detail in it, and I want to do a little bit more customization to it just because I want to make this hammer look a little bit more realistic as well. Hey, Brick Something, how are you, sir? Happy Friday. Thank you for joining. But this weapon, absolutely fantastic. In fact, I had showed off my Bat Cave from DC Primal Age, which has got me thinking now to to a certain extent. Seeing as I want to add that to a project that I'm working on, and I was going to use it for a horde castle, but I think I want to go ahead and do something with the Fright Zone and whatnot, and use that Bat Cave as their castle. And add that definitely to Eternia. I think that would be fantastic. I also got this week Roman Reigns. This is a wonderful figure. I love his weaponry, and of course, I absolutely love how they got this armor on him. This armor is reminiscence of the shield. Where did I put? There it is. This is his weapon of choice. It is the gauntlet used for the Superman punch. Now, this is the only color that they have on it, which is that silver. It's not necessarily metallic, but it does have a little bit of gleam to it. I'm loving that. But I'm also loving how this fist is and how they've got that. I want to do some detail work to the studs on the gauntlet. I want to do some detail work to the studs on the knuckles. And of course, his fists are closed, so he won't hold a weapon. He really has no need to because his weapon is right there. It does not, you have to tug it pretty hard for it to come off. That is a fantastic figure. The articulation, just like Origins. I love the hair. The hair is softer, so you can actually spin his head the way you need to. If you want to twist it to the left, twist it to the right. If I want to go all the way around, I can. I have no problem with that. Not at all. Roman Reigns. Beautiful figure. I also caught Finn Balor. I took his armor off because I want to use his armor for something else. His armor is way too cool. And of course, you can pull those off. This armor is fantastic. It's soft. I'm doing it the hard way, but look at that armor. Now he is the heroic demon king. I don't know if a demon can be heroic or not, but that's pretty cool. I like it. I love it a lot. He has got some really neat gauntlets I like. They're kind of fanned out, so they're and then sleeve goes. Oops, the sleeve goes all the way up his arm to his to his shoulders. So that's really cool. I'm really loving that. But also, what I loved about this figure is because he don't necessarily need the armor, which is also why I took it Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Ran into some technical difficulties. So Finn Balor, before uh, uh, Finn comes that this armor, and then he comes with these two strap on his wrist, so they're tentacles that he can wrap around uh, the wrestler or whatever. But it gives off that, to me it gives off kind of that, like how Spawn uses his cape and whatnot, and he can hang on you when he just slings his arms at. So Finn Balor, I love this makeup on him. This paint job for his face is exquisite. I love the demon teeth, love the hairdo, but I love this red striping that he's got on here. And those eyes are really cool. I just love this because he kind of gives me this feeling of not only is he more like a Motu character, but also a wrestler. But he kind of gives me another feeling, because like this could be something out of Star Wars, something like that. But even from like some of the comic books, whatnot. But I absolutely love this figure, and I love the armor that he came with. So that's a fantastic figure. Oz, you're so right. This line is a dream, and I'm living that dream, brother. This this is fantastic. So much that they did. Mattel did a really good line job with this line, and as y'all were saying last week on the stream, I missed out on classics. I missed the whole thing. I didn't even know classics was around. Again, I was living under a rock. I wasn't doing shit at all. I wasn't collecting. I wasn't even collecting comic books or nothing. So I had no idea this line even existed, much less classics. And then when I seen these, I was, yeah, okay, whatever. But Origins is what I stepped full foot in. And then when I started looking more at these, I was like, you know what? Now I'm really interested. Some of the wrestlers that they have out on this line, all of them are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And then of course you got figures that I wish they would have brought out, and of course I definitely have figures that I really truly wish didn't just come with the rings. That Stone Cold Steve Austin with the ring, I believe he came with Hulk Hogan with Rattlesnake Mountain. Both of those two characters are fantastic. However, they're both abominably expensive in the secondary market, and I just won't pay that price for them. Then, of course, you've got Triple H, which he was Terror Claws Triple H. I think I really like the Terror Claws Triple H just because I like the black Terror Claws that he comes with. But again, I'm not giving up $160 for one single character, and it came with two. I do believe the other character was John Cena, and he's cheaper than Triple H. So of course, which is kind of weird because Triple H is the old head, and John Cena is like the new guy, but he's also 20 plus years in the industry, and now he's retired from WWE for the most part, and he's in Hollywood. But hey, you know what? Congratulations. I love it. I absolutely love this line for what it is because it's not just the pop and swap. Um, I love, I've loved wrestling ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Now I'm showing my age, right? Uh, so I got, I've got one particular character that I'm going to save completely for last that I got, and I have a reason for that because I think personally, after taking a look at this figure and not unpackaging it yet, this is absolutely, literally my favorite character in the WWE Masters of the WWE universe. Absolutely. Um, I believe. Nope, he's in here. You are my last one to bring out. So, the first character that I'm going to bring, I caught Rey Mysterio. Now, I didn't catch the one where he's more like naked Stratos. He just comes with the jetpack. But this is so cool. So very reminiscent of Rey Mysterio and very reminiscent of Stratos. And that's who Rey Mysterio is supposed to be in this. So there's a card art in the back. The ultimate underdog from the 619 district of WW Eternia taps into his ultimate form to finally rid the planet of evil and bring peace to the Booyaka tribe. Very cool. And without damaging the card back too much, he is the heroic high flyer. What I really love about this sculpt is not only have they brought Rey Mysterio like his flamboyant wrestling attire that he came out with, like he was always in something new when he came out onto the floor, to the ring. Absolutely fantastic. Now, because he is also one of the first series, he only comes with a single pamphlet. And I love how they did this. That is Seth Rollins on the front with Rey Mysterio, and then Rey Mysterio's bio. But I love this artwork. This artwork's Fabulous. Absolutely great. I love it. Rey Mysterio comes. Right. Brick something. That's right. 619 District, San Diego. Reppin' Eternia. I love it. Uh-oh. Did it drop? It did. Ah. I think I drop something on the floor every time I go live on stream. I love this jetpack. That jetpack is fantastic. It's very rubbery like. It again with these figures, I think they did these figures with their accessories very much so like the original vintage Masters of the Universe line, because that feels so vintage. That that doesn't feel like the new plastic. Then he comes with his blue wings. I'm not sure if I like the blue wings better or the other Rey Mysterio that they have with the red wings. The red wings are actually bigger, they're longer, so they go all the way up to his shoulders, which is pretty cool. But he also comes with these armbands, and these armbands are removable if you don't want the armbands on there. I think I've gone past trying to cut them out with my X-Acto knife. I know when I did it last week, I accidentally put the X-Acto knife blade uh, into the plastic and took a chunk out of the plastic of the leg of one of my figures. And I definitely wasn't appreciative of that because now I got to fill it in. But look at that. That face, that mask, the detail, the attention to detail, all the way up. That attention to detail is fantastic. Mattel, you did an awesome job, and I wish you'd make more of these. I love this paint that they did here. They've got that metallic blue and this gray. It's not a matte gray, it's a shiny gray. I love that. I mean, it definitely suits how this figure should look and how Rey Mysterio would come out to the ring all the time. Fantastic. I love these gauntlets on the hands. Those wrist bracers are fantastic. I love the way they just did these. Phenomenal. So those snap right on. And what I really like about this figure and the way they did this is I could just slip it over his head, bring it down, bring this back down into an area where it clips together, and then bring the back of the backpack I'm not going to mess with it too much. We get the idea of it. At least I think we do. Nostradamus are funny, Red Wing jokes. But this is the figure with the backpack. Now, I haven't attached it in the back because I'll be doing some customizations to this backpack. I want to do something a little bit different with that. But I love that red and that blue. Um, I love these arm bracers. You could take those off, or bracers, arm wraps. But gorgeous figure. Absolutely phenomenal. I did happen to pick up this figure, and I got him at a really decent price as well. Um, of course, I wouldn't have bought him if I didn't. The Faker John Cena, the evil robot of the Skull King. So Triple H made a robot of John Cena. What I really love about this figure, one, I love that translucent blue. Second, what I love about this figure is his accessory, his weapon accessory. I don't think I've seen it in Motu. I might be wrong. If anybody else knows, please let me know in the chat. Yeah, he really does look really cool. That's another thing that drew me to him because Faker, as far as Motu, he's a really cool character. He's interesting. I like the fact that Skeletor made Faker in well in Revelations. Not even the sorceress could tell that that wasn't He-Man, which I found odd, but okay. So here's his back card art. I'm absolutely loving that. And of course, with all of these, I love this WWE sticker that they have on here. Lets you know it's not a fake, right? Created in the Skull King's vile laboratory to deceive the heroes of WWE Eternia, John Cena's evil robot doppelganger obeys Triple H's every corrupt command. And I love the fact still doing a salute. That's classic Cena. There are a few customs that I do want to do with this figure, only because, again, when they come with these armors on the wrist and whatnot, I think like a little bit of silver, or maybe, well, with him, it would definitely be a little bit of silver on these gauntlets. These well, I guess they'd be called bracers. These bracers are fantastic. But he also reminds me of Iceman. Um, there was a figure of Iceman that Marvel did that has the same iridescence of how this figure is made, the plastics that they use to mold this figure. This is sweet. For that side view, and you can really tell that's John Cena all the way. They went as far. I love these shoes. Those shoes are fantastic. And his like He-Man type chest plate, but he's got the same, almost the same tattoo going on as Faker from Motu, which I think is very, very cool. I love that. Yes, Brick something, you're very right. Those generic armors, I I don't know really what to say about them because they're so fantastic, and what they do is they just bring something not only to the character but like they cared. They cared about the consumer. They cared about the collector. Um, the things that they did with this line, like was said last week on my other stream, uh, they did so much with this line. It was fantastic. So I love this because this is definitely all about John Cena. When he first came to the WWE, he's got that chain and lock necklace. Absolutely fantastic. And then I don't know if this is for his head or one of his arms, but I'll figure it out. He comes with this like a headband or an armband that you can put on his arm or his head, whichever. And it's got that little intricate John Cena type stuff. Yes, the they did the gimmicks very well with this, and of course, this is something that we all wish they had stuck with the gimmicks with Motu Origins. Um, and unfortunately, we've gotten the gimmicks to a certain extent, but not really to our liking, right? Um, Mechaneck, he had to twist the body and his neck pops out. Rattler was the same way. Oz, I think you're right. That is an armband. Excuse me. But look at this accessory. This accessory right here. Could you imagine giving this accessory to like Cobra Khan, Spikor? I think that would be phenomenal because that would definitely fit Spikor, right? Let's go ahead and throw that up on his. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's an armband. So there's the armband. And there's John Cena with his spiky mace. I don't know what they would call this. I guess it would be a mace. But I'm loving that. This figure all the way around. And I just love this see through. Like, I could. I can't. I don't know if y'all can in the camera or not, but if I put my finger behind, oh yeah, you can a little bit in the camera. You could probably see the tip of my finger. Hi, Carol. How are you? Thanks for joining. This is the wrestling line. Yes, absolutely. WWE, Masters of the WWE Universe. So that is John Cena. And again, that facial detail, even with that clear face, you could still tell that's John Cena. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see. What didn't I get? Oh, so John Cena's is not. It is the bio. But look at that artwork inside there. The artwork is fantastic. I can never get enough of the artwork with these. Um, they did they did phenomenal work with it. They did phenomenal work with the figures, and I'm I'm not unhappy. I'm not disappointed. What I am disappointed at uh, has nothing to do with this line. So I had a figure that was supposed to be here for my stream, and this is why I had a very bad day yesterday. My post office has lost 3 packages in less than a year that were supposed to be brought to the house. However, this particular package was supposed to be my number one uh, my my top, because this is the only other character that I could say was supposed to top the character that I'm going to bring out last. And I was so angry about that. But then I got good news today. The post office turned around and sent me an email. We lost your package. Let us know what the package was worth, and we are going to compensate you for the package. Okay, no big deal. I'm going to wind up getting my money back on it, but I still want the product. I hope this doesn't happen to nobody in this stream or anywhere else. But I mean, I to lose 3 packages in less than a year kind of makes me feel like something fishy's going on. So my next character, which I I I loved this man in wrestling when he was with Hogan. I loved this man in wrestling when he was not with WWF anymore. He was with WCW. This man was a phenomenal, the king of the flying elbow, snap into a Slim Jim, the Macho Man Randy Savage in his Horde outfit. I'm loving this because it is very reminiscent. He is HWO for life. And what I love about this is the art, but I also like the wording down here for the story for him. They tried to stop him, but the Horde World Over Order revived Macho Man to take over WWE Eternia. When the HW when you're HWO, you're HWO for life. Horde World Order. I think that's fantastic. Very cool. Yeah, Brick, when I went to the post office, I went to the post office yesterday like 3 different times. Once in the morning, so when I first got there, when they first opened up, I wasn't even going to take a chance on my other packages because I knew I had packages coming yesterday. I walked up to the window and I asked them, before you even load that stuff in the truck, because I got there as soon as they opened, just bring me my stuff. So the postmaster come up to the front desk, brought me my stuff, scanned it out, already delivered. Wonderful. Later on in the afternoon, I went back up there. I was going to talk to the supervisor, and of course, he wasn't available at the time when I went up there. So I said, okay, well, I'll come back later. So I went back up there yesterday, 3:30, 4 o'clock, talked to the postmaster. He talked to my postmaster deliverer, and he kind of felt the same way, like, what's going on? Because, like, each and every time, now this is my normal mailman, so I know he has access because I don't live in a gated community, and I'm the only house in the circle where I'm at. Everything else is gone, so it's just empty lots, uh, which is fine by me because I'm right here and I got 3 empty lots in a circle. And if somebody builds, cool. If somebody don't build, cool. I'm great. But at the end of the day, and of course my mail never comes after 3 o'clock. So at 6:55 p.m., I get an email stating that we couldn't get to we couldn't drop off your package because we have no entryway to drop off your package. So that's the third time that's happened. And so when I brought that up to the postmaster supervisor, he's like, yeah, that's very, very odd. I said, this happens, it seems to happen once every 3 months. So if it's happening once every 3 months, then once every 3 months is my postman. I don't want to, I'll speculate, but I don't want to accuse. Is my postman purposely misplacing my packages, or is he taking them, or what? But either way, I don't want to. I'll go far as to speculate, but I'm not going to accuse. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm getting my money back. I'm good. So there's a card art. I'll save that for the scrapbook. Oz, that was a great idea for the scrapbook. I'm going to have a few of them. I love that idea. And then, Oz, I think you mentioned something about these little clear rubber bands too. These clear rubber bands, I started saving them. I was throwing them away. So Macho Man, Randy Savage, his little beanie comes off. Madness. I love that. That hair sculpt. This is so this is so Randy Savage all the way. Um, I'm a little saddened the glasses don't come off, but hey, you know what? This is vintage Macho, and wow. So he comes with this armband also for the Horde, but it's done in silver. I that's fantastic. And his armor also, it comes off, but his armor reveals something else when it comes off. And I think this armor here would be great. Like, I think this would be great for like doing a Horde Prime to do a new to do a new Origins figure and customize it to make Horde Prime with, that would be fantastic. Because, I mean, what the hell? Macho Man is Macho Man. And this here to me, excuse me, this here to me, this is vintage Macho. I love the way they did this black with the silver. I love the way they did this black with the silver stars here, and then the white with the black stars, and how they did the loin piece. So the trunks, and then of course the back is completely black, and that's a matte black. So it's almost like he's wearing a t-shirt, and that's really cool. And then I love the way that they did those glasses. You could see the teeth in the glasses. So they spared no expense at making the gimmick right. This is a phenomenal piece. But I really love this armor set. This armor set's fantastic. You know, Oz, you're right. I really did wish too that they did more HWO figures. I'm always dropping stuff. Now I don't know where his head went. I'll find it in a little bit. Anyway, uh, I kind of wish that they would have not only did the HWO more of those, but I also kind of wish like they would have brought Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. We did get Andre the Giant, um, and fantastic. Andre the Giant, great piece. Um, I did win him in an auction, but he has not made it to the house yet. Oh, there it is. I will take that head. Sorry if I blinded anybody with my camel. Put the head back on the Macho Man. I used to love his commercials. Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Miss that dude. As we were talking about this on my stream last week, and I found this particular character at such a phenomenal price, I could not pass it up. Before I show off the picture, I will show off the card art. I have gotten almost my first G.I. Joe mixed with a little bit of wrestling. This artwork is fantastic. I can't get over it. But Sergeant Slaughter is in the house. The heroic Sergeant at Arms. Now, I'm not sure. I don't know if you can take his hat off. I don't know. It looks like you might be able to take the glasses off, but I'm not sure. The hat looks like it's much like the armor. I kind of hope that I could take both of those off. What was that movie with Damon Wayans? That's who Sergeant Slaughter always reminds me of. But also the whole GI Joe, Sergeant Slaughter and GI Joe. That's great. So again, they spared no expense with the gimmick. Sergeant Slaughter is a fantastic figure. I think pretty much anywhere Sergeant Slaughter goes. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. On my John Cena character, he came with something else. I just seen him. He has brass knuckles. Word life. It's the grace of thugonomics. I love that. I forgot that he came with that. Oh, did I do it again? I think I did it again. I might not have. I love the way they wrapped up these weapons. That plastic and then the tape makes it so not easy to lose the weapon, right? I know, Oz. I'm yes, brick something. You're right. Major pain. Um, I again, I've been finding deals where seemingly where I'm at here in St. Louis. So if I come across one, uh, I'll see if I can hook you up. Yeah, Oz, you're right. He has cross companies, Hasbro and as well as Mattel. Which, hey, if you're gonna do it, do it. Um, get that piece right. Took me long enough to get his weapon out right. However, this is Sergeant Slaughter's weapon, so he's definitely like Man at Arms, which is why they call him the heroic Sergeant at Arms, which makes sense. His hat comes off. I love this military green that they did with him. I mean, that is so specific to Sergeant Slaughter. You cannot say that's not Sergeant Slaughter all day long. Such a wonderful figure. And I definitely love the way they made sure that he was definitely like Man at Arms and Sergeant Slaughter without that. And let's really get into it. His glasses come off. They spared no expense with the gimmick. I love this. Fantastic figure. And looks absolutely like the real life Sergeant Slaughter of back in the day. I know, right? Radical Toys, Green Man at Arms. This is a beautiful figure. Now, I don't know if he has a gimmick underneath, behind the armor, but I'm going to find out. So, no, there is no gimmick behind the armor. But still, that is so cool. I love that. And then I love this belt around the trunks. He's got that Man at Arms thing here. He's got the Man at Arms gauntlet up here. I love this Man at Arms green mace. That's fantastic too. I'm stoked. Such a welcome addition to my collection, and again, I can't wait to do some customizations with some of these. I don't want to do a whole lot because I don't want to ruin the figure, and of course, I'm really not used to doing customizations. Um, I'm talking to a few people. I was talking to Brick, not Brick. I was talking to GamerBud earlier before the stream, and asking him for some suggestions about my Rattlesnake Mountain and how I do the snakes. And he was telling me some things and gave me a few points, and also gave me a link to a certain to a page that does like dry brushing, because I'm definitely new to customization, so I didn't know what dry brushing is. So I asked, and he set me up. So Gamer Bud, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But that's Sergeant Slaughter as far as the figure. Now Sergeant Slaughter comes with that. Let's go into this. There's the Ultimate Warrior and Sergeant Slaughter. There is nothing on the inside of this card. I did not know that. But on the back of the card is his bio. Absolutely phenomenal figure. I, I, mm, I can't say enough. Mattel, you definitely did something that now I wish I would have jumped into this line earlier. But again, I didn't know anything about it because, again, I was living under a rock. I'm not doing any collecting of any type. So to go with my Roman Reigns, when I seen it at the price that I got, I had to have it. One, I love the weaponry he comes with as well. And I liked him better when he was with the Shield instead of when he was an asshole by himself. Seth Rollins, Slayer of Kings and Beasts. There is nobody more enduring than the architect of alliances. He'll take on any obstacle to win, even if he has to burn it down. And I love that armor. He's got the Zodak armor, but it's done in copper, almost a gold finish, but it's really more of a copper or brass finish, and it's glossy, and I like that. It's definitely a different feel. So, like, again, because these are really my wrestlers, and even though they fit into my Origins line of what I've got thus far, there are some things that I do want to change about these, and then that I want to customize with, and then there's others as well that I want to just do some. I want to do some heavy hitting on some customizations once I really get used to it. So here's his front comic, Roman Reigns. Who all does he have in here? Roman Reigns, Undertaker, uh, looks like Braun Strowman, and Triple H. Now, unfortunately, this feels like some glue has gotten on it from the glue of the. Okay, there it goes. Now he opens up. You know what? I love that. I want one of these for my Motu line. I want a Hydra. I want that. That's fantastic. And then, of course, his bio. Yeah, Jesse, I've got a few things in mind that I want to customize, and again, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm gonna try some on some stuff that I don't really care messing up before I really try it on these or any of my Motu. Uh, I'm trying to do a customization right now. In fact, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's on or not, but he's definitely on IG, and I've talked to him quite a bit. I follow him; he follows me. The gentleman's name is Deep Lex. Uh, Deep Lex Customs. He is the one. He is the gentleman that did the Skelmo, the original. In fact, that's where I got the idea for the Skelmo that I'm going to do. But my Skelmo is going to be an anti-Eternia Skelmo. So I will do a definite like black wash, but I'm going to do that more with like a customizable black glitter paint, acrylic paint that I'm going to do with that, and then I'm going to do the other half of it in some glow paints, and then customize the armor and stuff whatnot because he's going to be like he's definitely going to be like Skeletor, so like all the chest armor and stuff, I'm going to make that glow. So here is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has the Zodak armor, which this is actually really cool because I love how this armor is in the back. That attention to detail in the back, instead of just being straps and not being too much of anything, it's very reminiscent of a shield. Um, and then, of course, this is very reminiscent of what it's supposed to be in the front for Zodak and Wondar. And I just really love this sculpt. I'm glad they didn't give him that blackish blonde hair. That I think that would have took away from the figure to me. Uh, Seth Rollins, wonderful, wonderful wrestler. I'm probably going to have to do a little something different here. If you see right here on the back of his arm, I don't know if you can see that or not. There seems to be like a little bit of crack where the glue or the plastic didn't mend right. So I'm going to have to fix that for sure. Catch a few YouTube videos on how to fix that. Or if any of y'all know how to fix it, and I definitely love to hear it. hear what you have to say about it because, again, I'm definitely going to step up my game this year for my channel and do some extra things in my channel. Isn't this isn't this weapon phenomenal? This is a flaming sword. Yeah, Oz, you're right. I want to watch. I want to watch a customizer live stream as well with Gamer and with Gamer Bud and Eldor. Absolutely. Yeah, that's phenomenal. I love that weapon, and of course, it just all matches. I love this removable knee pad that he's got. I love that. I love that work. That detail is Seth Rollins all the way. I can't. There's nothing I don't like about this line. In fact, the more and more I'm getting pieces to it, the more it's bringing out not only it's touching base with my childhood, it's touching base with the things that I absolutely love because this is something that I'd never expect this um, to come to a fruition. This is really a dream because how do you get wrestling into Motu? How do you get Motu into wrestling? It's kind of like how in the comics they've done crossovers with Thundercats and Masters of the Universe, DC versus Masters of the Universe, the comic book that has never come to fruition. Hopefully they do this year, maybe. Let's hope so. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe crossover. That would be fantastic. In fact, I'm going to have to get. I had an idea for a character uh, using a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle head and using the shell over a Master of the Universe or over a Master of the Universe character and making something like he Donatello or uh, Raphael. Raphael's the angry one. You got Donatello. He's the scientific. He's the builder, the mechanic. You got Leonardo. He's the leader, and then you got Michelangelo, who's party boy. So, how do you uh, how do you figure which character would be what character for Motu? That'd be great. Just a thought. This character that I absolutely love. I have this man came to the WWF with the Ultimate Warrior and is still an excellent wrestler today in AEW. He's the icon Sting. I love this face paint. I've loved it since the first day he started doing this. Reminiscent of the movie The Crow. There are some things I wish they would have did a little bit with this, but as a customization, I'm going to do it with this because I want to give him that black overcoat, uh, trench coat, and make him a little bit more crowish, uh, so to speak. Mysterious vigilante vengeance. I love this artwork. Again, I I can say nothing bad about the artwork. The dark warrior with a voice of silence and a mission of justice strikes fear into the black heart of the evil force that created him. But whose side is he on? Is he good? Is he evil? I think he proved that point in wrestling when nobody knew if he was going to join the NWO. And soon after that, he quickly turned tides on the NWO, which fantastic. I couldn't stand the NWO. I do kind of wish they would have did a little bit more with Sting as far as his figure, because like if they would have did so, I mean, I don't know how they would have did an overcoat. Would they have done it in soft goods? Would they have done it um, in a harder vinyl plastic? I mean, I think either way would be great, so long as you could remove the overcoat. I just think it would be fantastic. And Sting was one of my favorite of characters, but Sting has the Scorpion, which is very reminiscent of Clawful. But I will give him his due, which is the Scorpion. Scorpion Deathlock, the bio and the comic, and I wish I could get a critter. I want a Scorpion critter too. So again, here's this little clawful type thing. It doesn't snap back, but it opens and it closes. I love that. Fits over his hand, and it's nice and tight, so it's not like gonna you literally have to open it. You literally have to close it. So that's a wonderful feature I love about that. And then he's got this weapon. His weapon is fantastic. They didn't make it easy to get it out of the package either. All the tape. Yes, I do. A pair of scissors. Thank thank you, Jesse. See you later. Thank you for joining the stream. All right. Out of the packaging. Look at this weapon. That's phenomenal. It's definitely pliable, and I can play with it, and I'm not going to break it. I can twist it. I don't want to twist it too much because I don't want to twist it apart. But that's fantastic. It's got the smaller hand of the scorpion, and it's got the scorpion stinger. let's get the figure out. And then there he is. So he's got, let's look at that scorpion on his chest. That scorpion wraps all the way around. That is really cool detail. I absolutely love this figure. It's like, there's not a figure I haven't found that, in this line that I just can't, for some reason, fall in love with. This, phenomenal. I love that face. So definitely Sting. Scorpion Deathlock. Let's see. One fist is completely closed, and one fist is open so that he can go the wrong way. Sorry, guys and gals. Still trying to figure out my camera directions. I don't know why they discontinued this line, Brick. I think Oz had said something. Oz had said something in the last stream. I think it was because they were getting ready to do Origins. It might have been a licensing problem. But I honestly don't know. I'd love to know the details on that because this line was so amazing. Again, I don't have any of the classics from Motu, but I've seen them and they're amazing figures uh, as well. And from a lot of the pictures that I've seen, uh, a lot of the pictures that I've seen with classics and even the videos that I've seen people doing reviews with. Carol, this line started, I believe, in 2019. I have to do a little bit more research on that, but I do believe it was 2019 is when they started. It might have been 2018, the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. So, in fact, I can look that up now. And yes, it is a very unique line. Um, even even to what you could do with it with Origins. Again, that's a fantastic figure. That's frightful, and that's what Sting was. He was kind of frightful because you didn't know, he was unpredictable. He was there. Absolutely love it. Not going to accidentally throw that away, but I want to throw away these plastics. All right, let's see. So this is a character that I feel that should have actually came out with Rattlesnake Mountain along with Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I'm glad Mattel didn't do that because if they would have done that, this would be probably one of the most expensive, next to Hulk Hogan, this would have been probably the most expensive. The card art in the back portrays him in Rattlesnake Mountain. Bret the Hitman Hart, the excellence of execution. This figure is phenomenal in every way. He portrays Triclops. I love how that they did this figure. He's got his family loom for the Hart Foundation. He's got Triclops' chess piece done in black. If I'm going to open him up, if you remove the headband, which is actually his glasses, he's done in Triclops. He has a Triclops sword. Bret the Hitman Hart. I miss the wrestling of old. And if anybody's kept up with wrestling as of late, WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia, which I'm not too happy about, but it's not my company. Vince McMahon became owner again after retirement, and Stephanie McMahon dropped from being the CEO. I'm going to get into that in just a second. I love the sword that he came with. I think Mattel made this figure facial wise. It definitely looks like Bret Hart, but they kind of made him look clownish to me. I don't think I've ever seen Bret the Hitman Hart with this facial expression. But it still has a damn good likeness. So that facial expression looks a little bit funny to me. But I love that right there. Hart Foundation. What started it? And then here's his pieces. Goes over his face. He's got the pink glasses. He's got the skull face eyes and the reminiscence of the silver shades that he used to wear to come out with. I think personally my favorite, looking at it, is this. Now, he don't look bad with the goggles on, but I don't like the face for real. Not on this. Phenomenal character. Happy to add this to my collection. I love the Hart Foundation. Very typical of Bret Hart, what he wore in his attire going into the ring. I'm definitely going to do this one easier. I'm just going to cut this open. Yeah, Brick. You know what? They did so much work with this line, which is why I don't understand why they didn't do as much as they did with this line as they did with Origins, or why they didn't do as much with Origins as they've done with this line. Um, Look at the sword. To see the sword that Triclops comes with in Origins compared to this is phenomenal. I mean, you didn't spare the artistic vision. The attention to detail. The fact that even the Undertaker, the Scareglow Undertaker, he has got the same thing. But looking at my Motu Origins figure, Triclops doesn't have this back piece to hold his sword that I'm aware of. I haven't taken my Triclops out of the packaging, so I can't honestly say. Absolutely fantastic. And definitely happy to have this one in the line. Rattlesnake Mountain, Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the front of the mock uh, the mock comic, and of course the inside holds nothing. Wish there was at least a little mini comic on the inside, but that's okay. And then the bio for Bret Hart. Fantastic figure, fantastic weaponry and what he's got there. My next, Oz, I know you said this is another one that you wanted. Stone Cold Steve Austin in his trap jaw. I I'm I'm stoked to have this one in here because I wanted to get my hands on the Steve Austin from Rattlesnake Mountain that didn't have the trap jaw, but I wanted both of them. In fact, uh, of the characters that they have for this line, there's actually two that I want both of them for, and that's the Ultimate Warrior. I want the one with the yellow, and he comes with the spear, so he kind of looks like the Savage He-Man of the group. Uh, and I'm just loving that. The Unpredictable Bionic Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That artwork in the back. This this is actually the this isn't the one Ultimate Warrior. I've got this warrior, but he doesn't come with the spear. The one with the yellow armor, he comes with the spear. But I absolutely love this Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love that they used him to use to be able to be Trap Jaw. I think that was an intelligent move. Um, Steve Austin was definitely the rattlesnake in the ring. Uh, Beer drinking, take shit from nobody, not even the boss. I love it. Bye, Brick. Thank you for showing up. to let Steve Austin out of the packaging. Steve Austin as Trapjaw, and it comes off. This actually connects to the ears, so there's no holes in the head to make it look wonky. And that, oh, I was down too low. So there's no holes in the side of the head to make it look wonky. And then that facial, that's definitely Stone Cold. And that's the bottom line. I love the arm pop, so I don't necessarily have to have him have that, but I kind of wish he came with the other arm, but I'm happy that he came with the trap jaw arm. I'm happy that you can remove this from his face. Yeah, Steve Austin was definitely one of my favorites. You definitely couldn't. Right, the Attitude Era wasn't the Attitude Era without The Rock and without Stone Cold. I love this vest. Bionic and his signature trademark, Austin 316. And on the back, that's fabulous. And then, of course, reminiscence of Trapjaw. He's got Trapjaw's belt. He's got these like almost bionic. He's got his knee braces that he wore towards the ending of his career. This, I can't say anything bad about this figure. I can't say anything bad about any of them. They're all fantastic. It seems that the more that I really delve into them, I'm just it doesn't anger me, but it disappoints me to a certain extent that we're not getting the attention to detail like that with Motu. Uh, except for now with the Frogmonger and of course, I mean we're just getting like little basics. We're not getting the things that this line got. This detail is ridiculous and fantastic all at the same time. I no, I that's the wrong word. I can't say ridiculous. I can't say ridiculous because this is what I'd do if I had a line like this. But wow, just fantastic. And the interchangeable pieces. Um, yeah, underneath the vest, he has a way to hold. He has a way to hold this other piece. So like I could put this right into his belt. A little bit hard, but there we go. That attention. Very cool. And his card is also just a single front and back. Absolutely love that. So here's my finale piece of the night. I was stoked to get this. Normally, again, I say I wouldn't pay more than $45 per figure, not even for Motu Origins, depending on what it is. If it's like a group set, and of course, I'll pay a little bit more, but I'm not going to go overboard with it. It's just not going to happen. But when I seen this at the price that I got this for, and I got to wheel and deal with the gentleman because I bought like 3 figures from him, and I wheeled and dealed with them for 3 figures. So with the wheeling and dealing of that, 2 figures I've already shown, and my finale, which should have been uh, the other figure that should have came with this. So it was actually a total of 4, but one of them turned up missing in the mail. So Mr. T, the pitier of fools. I pity the fool. Absolutely love this figure. He is. This is probably my absolute favorite of this line right now because one, Mr. T, A-Team. He had his own cartoon. Uh, the man had everything. The Rocky movies, Clubber Lang. What didn't this man do? Absolutely love it. Heroic pitier of fools. That artwork, working on his own weapons. Enough with the jibber jabber. Master of the golden weapon forge. Mr. T plights all the fools who challenge him to a head to Mohawk combat. Fantastic figure. He's got that King Randor armor in the front, which as I can see and which I've can understand in some videos that I've seen reviews with, he is this armor is not hard plastic. It's more like rubber, so it's more vinyl, should I say? Which I will find out for myself in just a second. I absolutely like the weapons that he comes with. He comes with a fist, and so he's got the best of both worlds. He is Fisto and he is Jitsu all in one. Going head to head with Triple H in the front. Artistic detail in the bio. And then the little bitty story. Right there. Fantastic. The gauntlet actually reminds me of. I do want to do some customization with his gauntlet because his gauntlet reminds me of Thanos' gauntlet in Endgame. So I'll give him those color jewels. Mr. T was phenomenal in the A-Team as B.A. Baraka. Not scared of anything but flying. So yes, this armor is definitely vinyl. It's pliable. I absolutely love that. That is fantastic. I'll put that back on a little bit later. He's got these two little holes here, so I don't know if he was supposed to hold something down here or not, because he's got like these vent ways up here. I don't know. And again, his weapons. I love this. The best of both worlds. Isn't that a fantastic figure? I love the Mohawk. I always loved the Mohawk. From the first time I seen him on, from the first time I seen him on the A Team, even in the cartoons, in well, the first time I seen him was in the Rocky movies, Rocky 3. So that that was absolutely cool. I think that was actually probably the first time as a kid I'd seen a Mohawk. So. But yeah, that's fantastic. His double arm bands, they're also removable. His knee pads are removable. And of course, his gauntlets are removable. And I love this. I wish there was a little bit more detail on the gauntlets, but just being gold, hey, you know what? That's Mr. T. Absolutely love it. So I know that the stream's been a little bit long. I'm going on the 2 hour mark. Uh, but I just wanted to share this all with y'all. The love of this line is fantastic and absolutely amazing. I wish it wasn't discontinued. Uh, I hope they could bring some more. I do have a few more characters coming, but I think I'll show those on IG. Um, maybe or not. Go get go get me my writing assistant, Jason. Yes, please. Yes, please. Oz, thank you so much for being here. Man, you're awesome. This whole community is awesome, and I can't say it enough. Thank y'all for the love y'all have shown me. Make sure that y'all go see Toy Frenzy. Make sure y'all see Ostradamus Toys. Make sure you go see Bobby's uh, podcast. I think it's the New Eternia podcast. Um, Make sure y'all go see Retro Mega J Retro and his. The community is awesome. Um, Make sure y'all go see Master Versal Toy Hunters channel. Um, go see Brick Something's channel. Thank you all for being here. You all are amazing. Um, I have one last thing that I want to show you because it is Friday the 13th. I know I showed them on IG, but because it's Friday the 13th, hi Nolan, how are you, sir? I had to get them all. And I found them at a phenomenal price, so I did. I got them all. Freddy Krueger. I will be opening these on another stream, which I think is going to be soon, but I haven't decided when I'm going to do that. Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers are my two favorites. Now, I am also going to be doing something new starting in February. My girls have expressed to me that they want to do a showing of their collectibles, their specific collectibles that they love to collect, and that they want to start a channel of their own on YouTube. I'm going to let them forefront once a month on my channel to see how things work out, see how they can do, see how they can grow, so they can learn what I have been learning and still learning. So please join us for that. And join me again for another fantastic ride into the toy world. Whether it be old or new, do what you do, love what you love. I thank you all for joining, and please make sure that you like, subscribe, and do all that YouTube things. Tell people about Figuratively Speaking. Share it. I thank y'all, and have a very wonderful night. Thank you all for being here.